All right, let's do this. I had my Instagram friends rate more movies, and this time there's not really a theme. I just kind of chose a bunch at random. So let's go. The first one we got Marley and Me, and I thought this one would actually be a little bit higher. This is about where I'd rate it. I think this is fair, but I know some people who love this movie, but they also like dread to watch it because it's super sad. Next, we got a movie that for me is all the way past this bar that Instagram puts in because I think it's fantastic. Real Steel, so good. And this got a pretty high rating. It's fair. If you've never seen Real Steel, please watch it. I've been hoping for a sequel to this movie for like so long, and we just haven't got it. But it's Rocky with robots. It is so good. Next, we have Pixels. And Pixels to me is like the ultimate missed opportunity of a movie. Because I like Adam Sandler and his friends, and I love this idea of video games coming to life to destroy stuff in the city, but it's just not executed very well. And it looks like people kind of feel the same way as me. I just don't really like this movie, and a lot of people were the same way. But some people did give it higher ratings than I expected. I just wish they didn't waste this movie like they did. Next, we got this movie, which I think is an absolutely underrated banger. But apparently, my friends don't like it quite as much as I do. It did get a pretty decent rating, though. Bad Times at the El Royale. If you've never seen this, it is so good. If you like Quentin Tarantino, I highly recommend this one. Because it's not a Tarantino movie, but it kind of feels like it, mixed with some other stuff, too. And I noticed a lot of my friends, when they were rating these movies, they skipped over this one. So I don't think enough people have seen it. I'll admit it, I like Melissa McCarthy. I think a lot of her movies are really fun. And this is one of them. I'm kind of a sucker for like college movies. And this is one that she did called Life of the Party a few years ago. One of the lower rated films. I would probably put it a little higher, like somewhere in the middle. But I think this one's a sweet little comedy if you ever get a chance to see it. Quite possibly one of the most underrated comedies of all time, in my opinion. The Other Guys, this movie is so funny. I love the chemistry between Will Ferrell and Mark Wahlberg. I like their Daddy's Home movies too, but this one I think really showcases both of them really well. And some people know how to quote this movie. Like, you can bring up some quotes from this movie and it'll make some people laugh, and then other people, you'll say it and they'll have no idea what you're talking about. But pretty good response. A lot of my friends really like this one. Next, we got Cowboys and Aliens. I'm not gonna lie, guys. I think this should be higher. I think this movie's a good time. You have Indiana Jones and James Bond coming together for a movie. What more do you want? I think it's awesome. I guess I could see maybe some people saying it's kind of generic, but man, I rewatch this one and every time I just have a good time. And then finally, Wild Hogs. I like this one. It's kind of one of my childhood favorites. So I've got some nostalgia for it. And I think this team of actors are all pretty well like together. They have good chemistry. And this movie, I was kind of worried we'd get a really low rating, but actually it got a little higher than I thought it would. And I don't know if this is weird to say, but I'd be down for a Wild Hogs too. I know that's been kind of rumored lately. We'll see if it happens. But do you agree with my Instagram friends' ratings? I know this is a really random list of movies, but I love doing this. I think it's fun. Also, what is your favorite movie from these movies?